Hey y'all, so here we are. Today we're at the Adams Gap Trailhead in Alabama. We're back at the Talladega National Forest, and this weekend it's a 2-day trip I'm out for. It looks like we're going to try to do the Skyway Loop. It's a 17-mile loop out here. Covers the Skyway Trail, part of the Chinnabee Silent Trail, and also part of the Pinhoti Trail. Pinhoti Trail actually is what leaves out of the trailhead here. If you notice, there's a giant mountain behind me. It looks as if when I go in the trailhead, which is kind of down there, you can kind of see the signs past that yellow caution sign. Looks like it goes up that first. So what I've got going today is, you can see, I spent the night in my car. I got here, I'm going to say midnight-ish, 1 a.m. Spent the night here in the car, slept. I'm going to cook myself a little breakfast. Got a little Mountain House breakfast there. Got a little coffee I can throw in here and get my day started off right. It's, I don't know, probably 7 a.m. right now. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. And I'll catch y'all here soon when I get ready to start hiking. All right, y'all, here we are. Here's the beginning of the trail. It says no horses, bikes, motorcycles, only people. And they have to reiterate it. So this is actually the Pinhoti Trail. I'm sure the Skyway Trail branches off up here somewhere, but we're actually starting off on the Pinhoti, and then we're going to branch off and go south on the Skyway Trail, and we're going to follow that up to the Chinnabee Silent Trail. And that will loop back around to the Pinhoti farther north, and then we will follow the Pinhoti farther south. I kind of hope to make it to the intersection of the Chinnabee Silent Trail and the Pinhoti Trail, because there is a campground there. I won't say campground, it's a nice camping area. If you remember my last video, it was the area where the Four Corners sign was, and I stopped and took a little lunch break. Yeah, that's where I'm hoping to make it to tonight or by dark. It is now like 8 a.m. so should be able to make pretty good miles depending on the terrain. I was wrong when I said that the trail goes up the hill that way, because it does not. It actually goes this way and cuts around that way, and it kind of goes down through the valley there. So we should be okay. So I'll catch you on a little farther down the trail. I'm going to give this a start, and we're going to see how far we make it today. All right, here we are. I guess the little walk up was an approach trail. It's also part of the Pinhoti. So I've got a fork in the road here. I can either go the clockwise route or counterclockwise route, which would take me on the Pinhoti first, and then take me up to the intersection of the Chinnabee Silent Trail. Or I can go that way and go counterclockwise, or go clockwise and do the easy part first and the hard part on the way out tomorrow. So I think I'm going to go the easy way today, make good miles, and then go the hard way back out. What I understand, there really is no easy way on this route, but the easier of the two. So there is a beautiful view. We're kind of going to make a big loop through all of that out there today and tomorrow. So yep, that's where we're going. So let's hit the trail. All right, I found my first water source. After cooking breakfast this morning, I only had about a half a liter of water to start out with. So good thing there's a water source early on. So I went ahead and cameled up and down that half liter. And yeah, filled up here. Got my Sawyer on my bottle now. And now I'm good to go for a little bit. I'm pretty sure, looking like we're going to be down in the valley, there's probably going to be plenty of water sources. And I know that the campground I'm heading to, or the camping site I'm heading to, has a nice water source. There's the trail we just came down over there. It comes down this way, makes a switch back across this little stream, and it's going to go back up that way right there behind me. But I had to come a little bit off trail to get some water. But yep, there's where we came down at. All right, on to the next. So I find this to be pretty interesting. Looks like there was a prescribed burn at some point through here. There's an old logging road there. We had to cross over it, and we've been kind of following it beside it now since we crossed over it. But you can definitely tell where the trail goes here. Very, very defined. So, yeah, I thought you might find this interesting. You can see where it's burned. We came from up there. We crossed that logging road way up there at the top of the hill, and we've come down the hill and around. It's a very hilly trail, but it's not too bad. It's very humid today, and it's supposed to get really warm. And my glasses are fogging up on me. So, well, at least my sunglasses are. So I'm gonna have to stop here in a minute and get them wiped off. I may have to end up taking this fleece pullover off, because it's getting a little warm already. It's only about 9 a.m. I've already gone about a mile. And I've seen some other people back behind me a little bit. They're probably going to catch up soon if I don't get moving. I don't care. I ain't no race out here against nobody. But yeah, this is what a prescribed burn area looks like after the burn, and it's starting to regrow. So right here along the trail is this beautiful little brook, stream, creek, whatever it is, wherever you're from. Everybody calls it something different. We just kind of follow along beside it with the sound of the water and the birds. And this nice little trail in front of us. This is actually really, really a nice trail. If you're into just seeing the nature, this is a good place to go. It is really pretty out here. And it hasn't been tough yet. All Trails app says this trail is marked as hard. I think the hard part is going to be to hike back up the hill tomorrow after we do the easy stuff today. And there might be some hard stuff today too. I mean, we're only about a mile and a half, mile and a quarter, I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, we're following this little brook, and it's making noise. So hopefully we stay beside it, because it's an excellent water source. I don't have to worry about running out of water. It's hard to get down there to it though. But I'm sure there'll be a way up here somewhere where you can get down to it. We have had recent rains. We had a pretty bad storm roll through earlier this week. And I'm pretty sure it dumped a good bit of rain out here. This trail has been muddy like this in spots so far. And it's really slippery mud too. Oh, see, there's a way to get down to it. This is beautiful. This is why I love doing this. All right, y'all. On to the next. So, we've been following this little brook here for a little ways. Excellent water source. It's absolutely stunning out here. Been going mostly downhill, as you can see. We came from way up there, and we've worked our way down and down and down and down, which means somewhere along the way there's got to be some up and up and up and up. And I don't know if I'm looking forward to that yet or not. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy this beautiful little stream and the sound it's making. And this nice trail. It's still really well defined out here. The trail just kind of meanders around through this little valley and down these hillsides. So yeah, it's not bad at all. I love it out here. This is why I like coming out here. Stuff like this. Little, okay. I think we got to cross over right here. Stream crossing. Because there's the trail over there. Alright. Let's see if we can do this without getting our feet wet. Because it is a little chilly this morning. Oh yeah. There. All right, we're on the other side of the stream, so let's keep on going. The trail came down that way and wound down to here. We've come to an intersection. There's got to be a way across this, which there is. Looks like right here. There's a nice campsite right there on the other side. You can see a little tent area there. A little fire ring. And the trail goes up that way. So I'm going to have to get across the little stream here, but isn't this just beautiful? This is what I've been following the whole time. I can't. It's gorgeous out here. It is getting a little warm. The sun is not out. Looks like it's kind of overcast, but it's supposed to get up to 69 or 70 degrees today. So I'm thinking the sun will pop out at some point. It's just that morning low clouds over the mountains thing, I guess. I don't know. But I'll take it. I don't, you know, I don't necessarily need the bright sun anyway. So, all right, y'all. Keep on going here. Well, y'all, I found the uphill part. The last quarter mile has been all uphill. There's the stream down there that we were following for the first, oh, I don't know, 2.3 miles. So the last 0.3 have been all uphill. And we still got a little bit more to go, I think, maybe, I don't know. But there's the top of the hill way up there. We're in another prescribed burn area up here. That is a beautiful sight down there, though. If you were lost out here, had no water, and didn't know if you were going to survive, that would be a really welcome sight to see down there. And when I crossed over the stream back there a little ways just before we started the uphill, there was a couple with their two boys, and they were out camping there right by the stream. There was a big open camping area there, and really nice people. So yeah, that's here we are. Finally going back uphill. I'm sure it won't be the last one of this trip. And we're still going up. You can see the trail there in front of me. That's uphill. And then it wraps around there, and you can kind of see the gorge kind of goes up the hill too. And it wraps around through that little gorge, and it comes back around over here, about the center of the screen. And then it goes up the hill that way. You can just see the trail going up. So, yeah, here we go. I'm not done with the uphill. Here we are, folks. This has been one heck of a walk. I'm probably at about the 10th one of these switchbacks that comes around a gorge like this, where the gorge goes like that, and then you come down the hill like you did here, and you cross over a little stream like this, and then you go back up the hill the other side like that. So far I've done about 10 of these. I'm just almost at 4 miles. So A lot of uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. Stopping here to take a little break, guzzle some water, refill my water supply since there's a source here, and keep on going. But yeah, this is what we've been dealing with for the last 2 miles. Yeah, up and down, back and forth along these ridge lines in these gorges. But still pretty, still having fun. It's just a lot of work. So you can hear the waterfall, but you can't see it. It's down there somewhere. Maybe keep going here, we'll get a glimpse of it. I know there's one there. That or just a really strong river, one or the other, but it sounds like a waterfall. I didn't see any side trails to take you down to it. So I don't know. I'm about 4.5 miles. I just stopped for a little break. Came across a campsite after a long climb. Wasn't anybody there, so I just kind of took my pack off, sat down for a few minutes, took a load off. Ate me a little beef jerky. Grabbed a candy bar out of my pack. I kind of can see it. It's right there. But yeah, there's a waterfall down there. Maybe the trail will wind around and we'll get to see it from a different angle and actually be able to see it, huh? So if we do, I'll come back on. Till then, well, it's not the waterfall you'd hope to see, but just a little farther down the trail, it opened up a little bit. Beautiful view of the surrounding ridges. You can still hear it roaring down there. Here's a look at what the trail looks like right now. We're kind of just meandering around through the woods. This is semi-level compared to the last, I'm going to say 2.5 miles. We're just constant up and down and up and down. It wasn't gradual ups and downs. It was straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. This isn't bad. I could do this all day. I can make pretty good time on this one. Got a half-eaten Three Musketeers bar and my trekking poles in the other hand while I'm holding the phone here. Got beautiful flowers along the way. It's like maybe violets growing. I don't know what they are, but they're really pretty. These are all along the trail. Got some ferns starting to come up. I mean, this really is, even if you don't backpack, for a day hike, most experienced day hikers should be able to complete this loop in a day without a pack. Maybe just having a small day pack with a water bladder. You should be able to complete this in a day, and it's really worthwhile to come out and check this out. It's a beautiful walk through the woods. Again, the trail is still pretty well defined through here. Oh, we got a big downhill. Here we go. That means there's an uphill on the other side, probably. Yeah, a little bit of one. Pack feels good. I think I finally got it adjusted the way I need it. It's not really rubbing like it was the last time, and it's just comfortable. Sometimes you forget it's even there till you take it off, and then you realize you've been carrying 30 pounds around on your back. But I mean, otherwise, yeah, pretty comfortable. I want to thank the I think his name was Barrett or Bennett, I can't remember which, at the REI in Birmingham, who took all that time fitting me for a pack. We tried several, and this one here just felt the best out of all of them. It's the Osprey Aerial 55. It's actually a women's pack, but my small frame actually fits it pretty well. And it adjusted just right to me now, so I can put in miles and miles and miles if my feet will let me. My feet don't really hurt. Don't get me wrong, my feet aren't bad. Right now, they're just wet because I had a stream crossing back there, and you just could not help but get your feet wet. So it's a little soggy socks walking around out here. But they'll dry while I'm walking, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, here we are. Just kind of meandering along. If I see something interesting that I'll fire it up and come talk to you. All right, y'all, here we go. We have a little water crossing to do here. Gonna get your feet wet on this one, so I got my water shoes, and just got to get across here. I bet this water's cold. All right. Oh yes, it's very cold. Ooh. Strong current too. All right, almost there. And the trekking pole just slipped. Oh. All right, we made it across, y'all. From over there. I'm not exactly sure where the trail goes from here. I guess it goes up that way. All right, let's get these wet shoes off and get them hanging on the pack to dry. And get my shoes and socks back on, and we will move on back down the trail some more. So you can kind of hear it down there. I'm at mile 7.6. I'm up on a ridge line, and all of a sudden I hear the sound of raging water. It looks like there is some really raging water right down there. It's just a shame this trail doesn't go past all of that, like where you can go down and see it. But I really do not want to go down a hill as steep as this one in front of me and then come back up it just to see some water. So I'll keep my happy butt right up here. There is a trail over there on the other side. You can see it through the trees. Oops, sorry about my hand there. You can see it through the trees, and there's some people going down it right there. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's this trail. Hell, I don't know. No clue, y'all. But all I know is it's a beautiful trail. It's a beautiful day to be out here. And I'm really glad I did this today. There's our trail. We're making pretty decent time. I've still got about 5 hours of daylight left. And I've already been 7 miles. And I've been hiking for about 5 hours. So, I mean, theoretically, I could almost do this entire loop today. But I don't want to. I want to I want to camp tonight, overnight, and just do the rest tomorrow, so that way I'm not trying to rush to get out of here. Oh, there's some big bird poop. I don't know what kind of bird that was. Yep, this is what we're doing. This is where we're at. Beautiful day. I'm loving every minute of this. Do I have to go home tomorrow? Do I have to? I don't want to. Oh, I understand now why 6 months on the AT people come back with post-trail depression. Because for 6 months of doing this, I wouldn't want to go back to society. I mean, yeah, you struggle sometimes. It's hard going up down these hills with the weight on your back. But, ooh, this is a tough part of the trail. Wow. Whew. Just got to find your way around these roots. It's a struggle. Up and down these hills, rough terrain. Things hurt that you never knew you had. But God, this is so much better than the day-to-day grind. And the stress of dealing with people. Everything else. Yeah. I think I found my new home. I think I found my calling. This is where I've always meant to be. So, we'll keep on putting one foot in front of the other here. Oh, look. A steep downhill. A very steep downhill. Going around the switchback here. Look at this. Oh, I bet we get to go down by the water. This is nice. And all the flowers are pretty. And there was some time back there where I just stopped. And I just stood there. Leaned on my trekking poles. And it was so quiet. I could hear a woodpecker from like several hundred yards away. And the sound of what sounded like a squirrel or a chipmunk rustling through the leaves. And it was serene and calming and peaceful, quiet. I mean, I've never meditated. I've never been for anything like that. I've never done it. But just standing there for, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe. And it was almost like meditative. And I don't know. There's just no way to describe what it felt like. It was, unless you do it. It was a moment. A moment that I wish to have many, many more of. Just like, man, this is a rough trail here. But yeah, so that's why I come out here. I figured it out. It's those moments. And if I can just string together a bunch of them. And I think I will next year on the AT. I'm sure to have plenty of those moments. Just, I guess, reflection and quiet. Away from everything, everyone. Not that I don't like people. The people in my life, yes. Not that I don't want to be around the people in my life. I just need a break from life and all that goes with it. So we'll catch up to you here in probably a few minutes. Looks like we've got the waterfalls right over here. I don't know if you can see them through the trees. Yeah, it looks like we're headed over there. So let's go see what we find. We found the water down there. I'd only taken about 10-15 more steps from when I signed off, and I found that. We're overlooking it now. Absolutely gorgeous from up here. Kind of hoping we do get to go down there, but I'm beginning to think we won't. But the only way to get where we need to go, well, there's a road up there. The only way we can get where we need to go, I think, is go across that. So maybe the trail here leads across that. We'll see. But for now, that's pretty. Okay. Trail came down to this. Wow. So now we got to get across here without falling in the water and killing ourselves. But while we're here, get up on this rock and look at that. Wow. And it goes on down. There's more to it down there. Now those other big falls are farther down that way that we saw. But this is amazing. It's like a little grotto. A little waterfall grotto. Let's get across here, and I can get up there. You can really get a good look at it. There we go. I want to live right there on that rock. Right there. Right on that rock. It's my new home. Alright. I gotta keep moving, or I'm not gonna get anywhere today. I mean, I put in good miles, but if I keep stopping like this all the time to look at every pretty little thing, which that's why I'm out here, so why am I complaining? The hell with it. We're gonna look at all the pretty stuff. You got it, y'all? Alright. Good. So, yep, there it is. We're at mile 7.8, just about 8 mile in, going clockwise on the Skyway Loop in Talladega National Forest. And this is what you come across. Oh, looks like we have another shoes off crossing to make. This time a little bit more involved in getting across. Looks to be a lot deeper than the other. And I've got to get across right over there. And yeah. So I'm actually going to put the phone down and not film this one because I can't get across with the phone in my hand. I'm going to need both trekking poles and all the concentration I can. So I'll see you on the other side. I made it across. I crossed right there. I actually came up that little section there. It's pretty deep out there, but I managed to be able to step over the deep spots the best I could. When I first walked in, it was about knee deep over there. And then I just kind of followed the rocks, and it gets really shallow, like right there. And then I was able to walk right up. Got a nice little place here, take some lunch break. Grab some calories, because, oh man, you're burning them as faster than you can put them in. I had a Tuna Creations packet and put some olive oil in it. And I ate a candy bar, drank some water, refilled my water here at this nice, beautiful, clean water source. And now I'm about ready to head back up the trail. I'm at 8.3 miles, actually. And I have approximately a little more than 8.5 miles to go to the end of the loop, which I'm not going to do today. If I didn't want to go any farther, this would be a great little camping area. You can see somebody else has already camped here. But we have reached a milestone in this hike. This is the end of the Skyway Trail, the one we started out on. Skyway Trail went north. Now we're intersecting with the Chinnabee Silent Trail right up there at that little post with a sign on it. That's the Chinnabee Silent Trail, which will take us over to the Pinhoti Trail. And the Pinhoti Trail then will take us back south to Adams Gap Trailhead, where we got on the trail to begin with. So it's one big round loop. So yep, I'm about to head back out. I've been here about, I don't know, 35 minutes or so. Like I said, got myself something to eat, took a break, relaxed a little bit, and now I'm ready to tackle the next part of the trail, which I understand is tougher than the first part that we just did. So we'll see what we can do with it. I'm actually proud of what I've done today. I'm going to blow away my personal best by quite a bit. So far, my personal best was 9 in a day. I'm already at 8.3, and I've got a lot of daylight left. So yeah. We're going to pump out some miles. I'm going to try to make it to the campground at the corner of the Chinnabee Silent Trail and the Pinhoti. Maybe I can make it that far, depending on how difficult the Chinnabee Silent Trail is. And if I make it that far, there's a nice big wide open camping area there with several fire rings and nice flat spots and a water source. It's kind of like the perfect place to camp for the night. So yeah. Let's try to make it there by daylight end and get the tent set up. And we'll go from there. So I will see you all later on down the trail. I hear there's a couple of landmarks to pass by, so I'll probably share those with you. One of them is called Devil's Den, and the other one is called the Cheaha Falls. So we will check those out when we get to them. So I'll see you. All right, y'all, to see this. Absolutely gorgeous. How y'all doing today? I'm doing great.
Where are you heading?
I'm doing the loop.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. So, this is absolutely gorgeous here. Just had some more hikers come up behind me. They're going faster than I am. I took too long of a break back there. So this is the Chinnabee Silent Trail. That's the trail. Yeah. This one's a bit harder to navigate. Well, this is a rough one to walk with baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the trail. I hope it ain't like this all the way to the Pinhoti, because this is crazy. This will break an ankle. Hey there. How y'all doing? Oh, doing great. So this must be the day hiker trail because there's a ton of people. Whew. That is so pretty down there. Whoa. And it is a precarious fall from the edge if you don't watch your step. All right. So on to the next. I'm going to venture a guess and say that this is Cheaha Falls. Absolutely gorgeous. We're still hiking this rim up here. Looks like there's a way to get down to it over there. Yes, we're going to stop and look at it because why not? It's here. Trail's a bit muddy. It's all the water running down off the top of the hill up there. All of it eventually ends up down there after we walk through it. There we go. Oh, this is so pretty. Hey! All right. The trail actually goes up there across the bridge, but we're going to step down here by the falls for a minute. There we go. That's pretty. Got a nice overhang here with a big rock. Looks like there might be a way to get out on that, but I don't think the view would be as good from there as it is right here. In fact, I bet I can get right down here. Look at this. This is what I came to see. How gorgeous is this? Wow. I mean, the water is running right off the falls right beside me. If I turn around, it kind of drops off twice down there. I'm so glad I took up this hobby because I wouldn't see things like this otherwise. Absolutely stunning. So the trail kind of leveled out a little bit, and we're running alongside this little river, creek, whatever you want to call it, stream. And we're walking right alongside of it. Still not as nice of a trail as the Skyway was, but it's better than all those rocks, which we're going to hit a lot of those on the Pinhoti. We got to go down, we got to navigate Stairway to Heaven on the Pinhoti tomorrow, and I am not looking forward to that. But yeah, it's a beautiful walk in the woods though. And you couldn't pick a better day. 70 degrees out here. The sun is out finally. I'm well hydrated because Lord knows I've had to stop to pee about every half mile today. So I'm definitely hydrated. I ain't forgetting to drink water today. This is calming though, walking through here. Ooh, this is yuck. There is no way around it either. Mud. That's the trail. Okay. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Watch the mud. Oh, there we go. Kind of feel like I'm on a journey to take the One Ring somewhere. But yeah, this is where we're at. This is the Chinnabee Silent Trail. It isn't very silent, not with all that noise over there, but that's a very calming and relaxing noise. So I won't complain. I think they just made the name up for irony. There's been more people on this trail than there was on the entire other one. This must be the tourist trail. Everybody hikes to see the falls, I guess. So yeah, I'll keep on going. When I get somewhere interesting, you'll be the first to know. See you then. This trail will teach you exactly how out of shape you are. That's where we came from. That's all downhill. And this is where we're going. All uphill. Whew. It will definitely teach you how out of shape you are. And exactly what parts of you are out of shape. Whew. But we're still gonna keep pushing. Places to be. Ooh. Hopefully it levels out up here somewhere. Whew. Looks like it does right there. Oh, and then it drops down into like a hole and then right back up again. Whew. Running out of steam here. Whew. There's more people. All right, let me get through this. That was a lot of uphill climb. If you look right there, you'll see the trail. Yeah. It went all the way along that ridge line over there. You can kind of see it down there. And it worked its way all the way around there. And then it came up this side like this. And I still got a little bit of uphill to go. Ooh, that's a long climb, y'all. But I guess I can expect that on the Appalachian Trail. So better get used to it, I guess. That was a lot of uphill. That'll take it out of you. So just on past the 10.5 mile point, had a little stream crossing, which is the stream you see here. And I'll tell you, if I didn't want to be closer to the end when I camped tonight, I would set my tent up right down there. That would be the perfect spot. Like right there in that little triangle, in that bend in the stream. You got a water source, perfect size for a tent, flat, and you wouldn't have any neighbors. And all of this seclusion. around you. This is, I could build a home right there, just a little cabin and live in it. They wouldn't let me do that because this is a national forest after all. Can't live in a cabin in here. But yeah, that's exactly where I would put a cabin, right there. Hey, y'all. I made it 11.1 miles so far. I'm at the Cheaha Falls Shelter. Didn't even know there was a shelter up here. So I learned something new. So we're, like I said, 11.1 miles. And still got a little ways to go to the Turnip Seed Campground. And then if I can still make it past that, I'm going to still try to make it to the intersection of the Pinhoti tonight before I camp. So, this is the most miles I put in one day. And I've only got about, I think, 8 more to go to get out in the morning from here. So I could stay here tonight, but I want to get a little closer. I don't want to have that much to go because I think the section of the Pinhoti you've got to do is a pretty rough section. So it's going to take me a while, and I don't want it to, put me out after dark tomorrow night or right at sunset even. But man, the view from this shelter is amazing. You ought to see it. Here's the view from the shelter. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Pinhoti runs along that ridge line up there. So we've got to make it as far as that in the next couple hours. Maybe. Gonna have to wait and see what the terrain looks like. I might just get to the Turnip Seed Campgrounds and then decide to stay there tonight. So I don't know. We shall see. So that last waterfall area that I saw is what's called Devil's Den. We are now approaching what's called the Cheaha Falls. Now, to be honest with you, these are less of a falls than the other one was. But looks like I've got to cross over these things. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. But the trail comes out right down here. It says stay on trail. Well, okay, where's the trail? It's got to obviously be over there because there's people over there camping. I got no idea. So, guess I will consult my map and we'll be right back. So I made it across. Just pretty easy crossing right there across those rocks and over to here. Got my shoes and socks back on again. And just over here checking out the falls, y'all. Don't have a lot of time to spend checking them out because I've got to make it to the tent site before dark so I can get set up and not be disturbing people. But yeah, let's go check out the falls. In fact, there's the trail. This is pretty neat. Oh no, I ain't climbing down there. Nope. Still pretty cool. All right. Let's get this monster back on my back again. This poor pack, man, in 2 trips has seen a lot already. But it keeps on going. I love this osprey. This is a awesome pack. Cannot complain at all. Yeah, there we go, y'all. The falls. We're almost to camp. Almost made it to the intersection with the Pinhoti. But from here all the way to there, probably a half mile or more, is straight uphill through all of these rocks. Whew. Ooh, this is going to be a welcome sight when I get to camp, let me tell you. Whew. Yeah, I got to go up through all of that. Piles and piles of rocks. And on the other side of those rocks up there, on the top of that hill somewhere, is a big flat area with a big 4-way sign in it that tells you there's 4 trails intersecting there. And there's a lot of flat camping area there where I'm going to set up a tent. But I've got to beat sunset. And I'm not keeping a good pace up this hill. I mean, I've been keeping about a 2-mile-per-hour pace all day. I'm at 13.9 miles. Mine's, let's say, 14 miles for the day. And I figure the campground's like right at the 15-mile mark. So, got about 1 more mile to go. So at about half hour, I should be able to beat sunset. There's the sun. Yeah, it should be all right. All right, onward and upward. I mean, rocks. This is the trail, right through these rocks. Don't know why. Don't know whose idea it was. Let's just build a trail right through a pile of rocks. There's a water source. I don't really need any water right now. Excuse me. See, I just got done drinking a whole bunch of water, so I don't need any right now. And there's a water source right at camp when I get there. So, I should be good. I don't want to walk in the water source, so let's step onto that rock there. And then we'll step over here. Whew. Whew. That's all I got to do still. You don't make very good pace through this stuff. You really don't. Whew. Ooh. After about 15 miles, your feet kind of hurt. And going over rocks does not help it at all. When I get to camp, I'm taking a couple ibuprofen and a couple of Tylenol. And I'm going to fill up my water bottle. And I'm going to make my dinner. Because according to All Trails app, I have burned almost 4,000 calories today. And I think I've only taken in maybe 1,000. So yeah, I need to eat. And I need to rehydrate. I mean, I'm hydrated. I've been peeing every half mile today. So I am well hydrated. But got to make sure I stay hydrated for tomorrow, because tomorrow actually is supposed to be the hardest part of this whole trail. And that's the Pinhoti section. From this intersection we're coming to camp at tonight to where I got on the trail at Adams Gap. There's a section through there called the Stairway to Heaven that even experienced hikers struggle with. This is only my second trip out, y'all. Now granted, I'm a day hiker. I've been day hiking, but I never really did any difficult trails day hiking. Now I'm trying to do difficult trails with 30 pounds on my back. But it's the easiest way to learn is to challenge yourself. I'm challenging myself. And I'm pretty damn proud of what I was able to accomplish today. 15 miles on a pretty tough trail. It's a hell of an accomplishment for me. It's only going to get better, y'all. Because I'm determined all 2,000 and some miles of the Appalachian Trail are going to be mine next year. So let me get up here to camp, and then I will get back with y'all. All right, I stopped for just a minute to take a break. And that view out there will tell you exactly how high we've climbed in the last mile. See all those trees way out there that are down below us? That's what we've been hiking through all day. Now I'm up on a ridge line, looking out over it all in a mile. Yeah. This is a climb and I still got more to do. So onward and upward again. Good morning, everyone. It is day 2. I have finally gotten my pack camped up, or my camp packed up. Just about ready to set out here for the second day. I've only got about 5.5 miles to go today, and I'm back to the car. Oh, I really am not looking forward to going back. To be honest with you, 2 days is not enough. I need more time out here, just me in the wilderness. So I got into camp last night right at sunset, just as the last bit of sun was peeking over the horizon. And I made it up that last 2 miles or so of mountain, actually. You're just hiking straight up the side of the mountain through a rock field, boulder field. I kind of showed you that yesterday. Made it into camp, and there were probably about, I don't know, 6 other people here already. It was a group of people that were maintaining the trail. In fact, they actually went through, and they had just come up the Odom Trail, which I did last video, last week, where I said that there was bits that were overgrown. Well, they went through and they have cleared that trail out and made it nice, and I may have to do it again one day. Maybe next weekend. I don't know. If it's nice. I don't know. I might. Try that trail. See if I can't make it all the way to the mountain this time instead of like I did the last time. Only made it about 3/4 of the way. So maybe I'll conquer Mount Cheaha this time. And that is how it's properly said. Cheaha. So, yeah, maybe next weekend I'll do that. I'll do that same trip again, and I'll make it to the top of the mountain. And then I can camp out and hike back the next day. Since I actually managed to do 15 miles yesterday, I can manage to do 10.4 tomorrow, next weekend. So yeah, that can't be too bad. And so yeah, I'm ready to step out here. You can see behind me there's my pack leaning against the tree, and my trekking poles are kind of here behind me too. So I'm ready to go. So I'm going to step out here. What I'll be doing today is just the Pinhoti Trail back to Adams Gap where I started yesterday, so that I can complete the entire loop. They call that the Skyway Loop. It's a very challenging trail. It's definitely worth a shot. If you're really wanting to get in shape, that's the way to do it. There's a lot of mountain switchbacks. What it does is it follows the ridge line around all the little creeks and tributaries down in the wilderness, in the valley, kind of. So you're up on the side of the hill, but you're walking along the side of the hills around all these little creeks. And then where it kind of comes into like a funnel at the end of the little gorge, you kind of go downhill, cross the little creek, and then back uphill along the next ridge until you go around a point. And then once you go around the point, then you go down the ridge again the next lengthway till you come to like where it creates like a U shape there. And then you go downhill, cross a creek, and you do that over and over and over all day. And then you finally get over here to the end and you start uphill for like a mile and a half, 2 miles. Actually, you're uphill for about 2 miles, but the worst part's the last mile and a half. And it'll really take it out of you. So yep, that's my plan today, is the last 5.5 miles out to the car. And I get to go back home. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to go back home. I just want to stay out here. But I got a job and I got things to do. So, yep. All right, I will catch you when I start walking out. So, I'm here. I made it probably a quarter mile or so. And I'm looking. There's the ridge line over there that I'm going to have to hike along. And I think Adams Gap is beyond that ridge line. But all of that wilderness down there, way below us, that's what I hiked through yesterday. All the way around to there. And then came up. And now I'm hiking south. This view is looking kind of northwest. But yeah, that's what I hiked through yesterday. All of that. Just wound my way all the way around the edge of that. That's crazy to think I did all that yesterday. When you set out on these adventures, you just don't realize the amount of ground you cover until you get the chance to overlook it and see how much you did. And it just amazes you what your body can do if you just push it to do it. And you get up and just get out there and go. You just don't realize what you can do until you actually get up and do it. So, if you're even remotely thinking about getting up and doing this and coming out and throwing a pack on and taking a hike, even if it's just a day hike, get out and do it. You'll feel better. You'll feel like you accomplished something. And you'll just have a great day. And you'll have something to remember. So, yeah. I just wanted to share that because I didn't realize I did that much. All right, on down the trail. So here is something interesting to really put things into perspective. In the very center of this screen, right about, I don't know, there is a little spot. I'll try to zoom in on it. I don't know if my zoom is going to work very well, but let me see there. Up and over. Yep, it's kind of like right in the middle of the screen, right there. Is the Cheaha Falls shelter, and I kind of stopped there and took a little snack break yesterday before I hiked up. Here to my campsite last night. So yeah, that's how far I walked, and that was probably at the 3/4 point of what I did yesterday. Didn't realize I hiked that far. This is crazy. Oh, It's windy up here on the ridge again. It always is. The wind always comes out of the west and it comes right up this ridge. So it's kind of windy up here, but it's kind of nice because you're sweating, so it kind of cools you off a little bit. But yeah, that's how far I made it. And I only got a little ways to go, you know, in the scheme of things to get back to the car. So see you on down the trail. So I'm about 17 miles, the 17-mile mark. So I've done about 2 miles this morning already. And look at this uphill climb I've got. That's what I just came down, or came up. That is a long way up in a very short time. But it is beautiful. Yeah, what a climb. These mountains out here in Alabama ain't no joke, y'all. We just keep going up and up and up and up. And it's barely wide enough to fit down this trail. I don't know if there's a top to this. But look over there. That's pretty. So yeah, I'll just keep on going up and going up. Eventually it's got to come back down at some point. You know what? I bet y'all want to see what's on the other side of that rock, don't you? Okay. More trail. Uphill, of course. Straight. Uphill. Ooh. Who thought this was a good idea? You know, somebody coming along building a trail saying, oh, where do we want the trail to go? Let's see. How about straight up the side of this mountain? Yeah. And that's what they did. Whew. Somebody had a sense of humor. That's all I gotta say. Whew. Up the hill. Up the hill. It's rocks too. All these rocks and roots. I sure hope the AT isn't like this. I mean, video I've seen of people on the AT. They don't ever show this. Is this what it's really like? If so, I got a lot more work to do to get conditioned for it. But we'll just keep going up, see where it goes. Catch y'all in a little while. All right, y'all, so I'm sitting up here on top of this rock outcropping. And it's kind of right over the edge of the ledge. If you look there, you can see there's a pretty big drop down there. There's also a pretty big drop down here. And the reason why is because if you look up there, the top of the hill, that is the top of a descent that goes all the way down into that valley down below us. Basically, this is the equivalent of what I hiked up last night over by the campsite. I think this is the top of what people in the area call this section of the trail the Stairway to Heaven, because that looks like the pearly gates up there. And let me follow the trail down this way. Goes around those two trees, and it goes down, then it goes down, then it goes down. It goes behind this rock here, so let me climb up on the outcropping here, take you over to the other side. Now we're looking down. The trail goes over there, winds its way down this way, and then goes over that way, and then it winds down the hill through all of those rocks and trees and everything else, and it goes all the way down into the valley below. So I believe this may be what they call the Stairway to Heaven. If not, then there's another one that's even just as bad, I guess. So yeah, luckily I'm going downhill this time. I just stopped up here to take a little break, and it's pretty up here, and just wanted to take in the scenery, and I'm not in a major hurry. So yeah, beautiful out there. Absolutely gorgeous day. So I'm just hiking along, hoping I could find a water source, and I come across this right in the trail. It's like a little fairy garden down here. It's actually really pretty. Just a couple little mini waterfalls going on there. Just a beautiful sound of just the water. You can just sit up here and relax and listen to this. It's so pretty. And the water is so clear. I think I'm gonna get my bottle. I'm gonna figure out over here somewhere to hold it and fill it up, because my bottle is empty now. I sure could use some water. Haven't had a drink in a while. I only have the one bottle, and I filled it up there at the camp. And I've gone, I don't know, 3-4 miles now since last stop, since I filled it up. So yeah, I've got some drinking to do. Starting to get a little dehydrated. There goes the trail up the hill over there. We're down in the valley now. You can see it goes all the way up there. So that's how high we were the last time I was with you, up on top of the staircase, Stairway to Heaven. And now we're down here. There's one heck of a descent. Glad I didn't have to go up. However, I ran into a couple of hikers on the way up, and one of them said it was his third time going up it. He's done the loop 3 times. He says it's easier to actually go up the stairway because you do it early in your hike, and then you don't have another ascent like that all the way to the end. So, thinking I might try to do this loop again and do it in reverse. So, let me grab some water and we'll head on down the trail. Ooh, here I am. I'm probably about half mile or so from the end of the trail. Looks like I got this obstacle to cross before I can get there. Here's our blue blaze. So yeah, I went down Stairway to Heaven. It was tough downhill too, trust me. I think next time I'm going to come and do it the other way. Go up it. Just for the fun of saying that I did. Whew, okay, across that obstacle. So yeah, I'm probably, like I said, a half mile from the end of the trail. Back to where I started. Made a full circle. All Trails app says it's 17.2 miles all the way around. I'm already well over that. I'm at close to 20 miles already. total. Oh. So I was at 15 at camp today. Oh. And I've already done 5.5, almost 6 miles. So yeah, I'm already at 21 miles. All Trails is way off. There is another 30-mile, well, it says 30-mile loop. I think it's probably more than that. Starts at the Cheaha Trailhead. And, man, this is the trail. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Whew. But, starts at the Cheaha Trailhead. And then goes down past McDill Point where I started, where I did last hike. And then it gets to the intersection where I spent the night last night, and then it takes the route that I've done this hike in reverse, and then goes all the way back up to the Cheaha Trailhead again by a different route. So you've made a giant loop. I want to say that's going to be way more than 30 miles, and it'll probably at least be a 3-day trip, if not more. So I may do that one in the future. I don't know. I may have to take a day off work and do it. 3-day weekend, or maybe even a 4-day weekend. Start on a Friday and come back on a Monday. Yeah. That way I don't have to rush myself to get through it. Yeah, this is the trail. Nice and muddy. Water flowing down it. Slippery and uphill. This has not been an easy trail at all. Oh, my glasses are falling off my head. There we go. Whew. Now, this has not been an easy trail. It's been fun. I really pushed myself yesterday, and I'm amazed that I actually got 15 miles done. Compared to last week where I only did, 7 miles in a day. 9 the second. 15 was pushing it. But I slept good last night. And you know what? I actually think I slept better in my tent with my sleeping pad on under me and my sleeping bag than I've slept at home in a long time. I don't know. Oh, I gotta get under this branch. Okay, I can either go under the log here, or somebody has made a little side trail up and over. You know what? I'm gonna go under. I can crawl under here. Oh. Okay, the branch caught my pack. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Whew. They don't want you to leave this place. Really, I don't want to leave. Why does the end of the trail always have to deal with an uphill? Whew. So yeah. Whew. Moving slow, y'all. Moving slow. Oh, another little water crossing. I've come across probably about 20 of these in the last 3 miles. Oh. Muddy. Okay, up the hill again. And why does every trail always have to be a big uphill to get out of? Like last night, 1.5 miles to get up to camp. It was just like this, but big heavy boulder rocks all the way up. Whew. 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 So yeah, I'm gonna hike on up. When I get up close to the trailhead, I'll check in again and we'll hike out of here together. See you then. Here we are. We made it. I wonder what's in this box. Nothing. Huh. Here's our sign showing the Cheaha Wilderness. So what we did was we started here where the parking is. And we basically worked our way all the way up and around there. And came across there. And then we've come all the way back around here. So we've done a big circle there. So here's the way out. Here is the trail. Out to the car. Whew. What a hike. It's a beautiful 2 days. It was rough. It was tough at times. There's the sign we saw on the way in. Pinhoti Trail that way. The Odom Trail is 5 miles, which was wrong. Cheaha State Park is 10 miles. I'm going to say that's a little off. So here it is, Adams Gap, Pinhoti Trail. We started here. We took Skyway Trail to the Chinnabee Silent Trail to the Pinhoti Trail. And we're finishing up on the Pinhoti. It's been one heck of a hike. Glad I did it. So now all I've got is that they say it's called the 30-mile loop. And I'm gonna have to take some time and do that one. Heck, there's my car. Oh, I see. We come out on the other side of the road from where we entered the woods. That's right, I remember crossing the road yesterday. I do. I remember crossing the road right before the Turnip Seed Campground, which was about 2 miles before, or 2.5 miles before where I camped last night. Huh. So here we are, the end of the trail, folks. So thanks for watching, subscribing. If you like this and you want to keep up with me, where my adventures take me, be sure to click that subscribe button down there. Leave a comment. Tell me how you like this trail if you hiked it. And we'll see you on the next trail. All right, y'all. Sitting here on the tailgate. Pack is off my back. And we did it. So the trail actually, the final total of miles was 22.3, even though All Trail says it's only 17.3. So, or 17 point something. No, they're wrong. It's 22.3 miles. And another thing to look out for out here in the National Forest and the Cheaha Wilderness is the trail marker signs they have give you mileages that you cannot believe. Last night I passed I can't remember the name of it over there now. There's a campground there after you get past Cheaha Falls. And it says it's 2 miles from there to the Pinhoti. And then you hike up the trail a little ways, and there's another sign that says 2 miles of the Pinhoti. So yeah, trail signs are a little off. At the campsite, it said 5.5 miles to this trailhead. And it turned out to be 2 and then 4.5, so 2 and 5, that's 7 miles. So yeah, the signage is off out here. But yeah, it's a good hike. Looking forward to coming back out here and hitting another one sometime.